What's up, Group 3? I hope you guys are going well. I know with everything going on, it's been pretty tough, but I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. If you guys don't know me, my name's Ali. So for today, actually, I'm going to be teaching you guys a little bit from chapter 3, which kind of focuses on nonverbal communication. And the term I'd like to go over is actually something called personal space. Now, for a lot of you guys, I'm sure, there's certain comfortable level of comfortableness you can have with other people based upon different relationships with others. Well, right now I'm pretty sure I'm going to tie in a little bit of something called personal space. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard this term called a personal bubble, or like personal space a little bit of the times. That's pretty much what this is all tied to. It's pretty much like the level of comfortableness you have based upon like physical proximity, how far you're sitting apart from each other. And it kind of just, as I mentioned earlier, kind of ties upon like your level of relationship based on each individual person. So there's 4 different kinds of distances actually. So I'll start from the furthest one, getting closer and closer. So the furthest one is considered the public distance actually, and it's approximately when individuals are within 12 to 25 feet actually. And this is kind of more like within speaking crowds, like if someone is giving a speech, or like lectures or standing on a podium or something, at least there's a little bit of distance and everything, because there is kind of like that boundary of not really knowing each other, so it's keeping that distance. And getting a little bit closer goes down to social distance, which is about 4 to 12 feet, I would say, actually. And it's more for like business transactions and role relations, like whenever you guys are trying to go for applying a job, or I guess just more of a professional kind of setting. There's a little bit of distance between each other. Usually a lot of the times, like like in those kind of settings, you guys may notice there's a desk or kind of a table or something that kind of keeps people apart. And that's a lot of the times the reason. The next one is the personal distance. It's about 18 inches to about 4 feet. It's kind of more within friends and acquaintances, people who you feel a little bit more comfortable, like family and all that. A lot of the times you guys notice, like sometimes when you guys would talk with friends, you would sit a little bit more closer, sort of engaging, and so because you're having much more attention towards what the other person, and realizing what you're more interested in what this person has to say. And the last one is the intimate distance. It's about like 18 inches to just like no like gaps whatsoever, and it's kind of more for like with your significant other, like with your loved ones, or if you want to do what you want to do, I guess. But the reason why I kind of wanted to point this out actually, and the reason why I decided to pick this term out of all the others, is pretty much the fact that I never really paid attention, and I think a lot of the times we don't really pay attention to like the different factors when we are communicating. I think one of the biggest things is that a lot of the times, even now with social distancing, is we usually would just pay attention to what the person has to say, and just like maybe sometimes the hand gestures or the facial expression, which kind of boils it down. But I never really took the chance to realize the personal distance myself. And so I think reading about this, it really brought my attention, and as I was reading about this, it kind of really brought to mind, like, hey, there is actually that factor of the physical proximity, which actually determines like how close you guys are sitting next to each other, and the relationship you have with one another. Like personally, a lot of the times I kind of notice, like with friends, I do sit a lot more closer with them, and I talk, because usually we have these kind of like kind of more, I guess you could say, like more like conversations that are a little bit more, like, I guess you can say, like, we know each other a lot more, and we kind of it's more like a level of comfortableness, so that kind of brings us closer together. Whereas like with the social distance, and that one I was mentioning about earlier was actually personal distance, whereas social distance is a little bit more like with I guess you can say with professors and all that. Like, I realized when I would go to like office hours, or if I need to talk to a professor, there's a little bit of distance with one another, and a lot of the time. So I think it's just like it made me realize, like a different, put a different perspective of a factor with communication that I was never really aware about. So I think it was just really interesting, and I think, it's really great thing to keep in mind. And I hope, maybe next time you guys are like having a communication or like talking with someone that, like family or friends or anyone else, hopefully after this whole COVID thing, right? But you guys can take this into consideration and maybe, realize where your relationship with that person sits. All right. Thank you very much, you guys, for watching. If you guys need anything, let me know. And, I hope you guys stay safe. I hope everything is well, and have a good one. Bye-bye.